Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of Let's Renovate the Pelagius Wing. We have a bit of a shorter episode today, but it's an exciting one. I discovered that this torch sconce doesn't really like being messed with. You can't really activate it, and that's with or without the thingy, what's the word I'm looking for? The toggle clipping. So in this episode, we're just gonna go around and add a bunch of lights to the welcoming area. Now, it's nowhere close to being done. Things are just kind of shaping up here. But I try to figure out where to put these lights. It's very important that you quick save, make lots of little saves before you place anything because it's gonna be relatively permanent. And as you'll see a little bit later, run into a problem there. So keep that in mind. You've always gotta just put the light tends to go right at your feet. I guess that's how things tend to go when you type in the place at me command. Sometimes it'll phase through the ground even if you have clipping turned off, so that's something to be mindful of. And while this area it didn't get the desired brightness that I wanted to, it ended up looking much better than it did to start with. And you might notice these constant pauses because I'm checking the item code for these light objects. I have a couple ones. I think I used 3 major ones. They were all labeled Solitude In under their description. So this is a lot easier to do, or it's easier to add and remove light objects in the creator's kit. It's also much easier to remove things like cobwebs and things like that, but it's a lot harder to place a bunch of stuff, so it's a lot harder to get the camera to function. It just has a tendency in the creator's kit to just take you all the way over here and then all the way over there, and you misclick one place and whoops, your 4 is gone. So you might be wondering if when I'm finished with this, if I'll have a downloadable thingamabob, a downloadable, what's that word? It's a word. I'm suffering terribly today from, what is that word, Itis? Well, anyway, this will be downloadable as a mod. Unfortunately, can't really do that. I do have a package file that a mod file that I did create over the summer with a lot of changes, but it's not something I'd feel comfortable releasing. I don't think. It might be super buggy still. I'm not sure. So, but if you're interested in just walking around a place with all the cobwebs removed, you'll just have to inform me and I might, see if we can't figure something out. See if I can't get it up there. I'm sorry. My nose, what's that rustling? My nose is kind of runny. So with these candles, I'm trying to get the exact same shade as some of the lights over there. And it's difficult, so I try to layer one fire type over another, since I don't really have the benefit of having the list of objects in front of me. I've kind of got to approximate things. You see on this floor here, or maybe you did see it, there's a bit of fire light that's not in the right place. I make the same mistake a bit later too. It's really hard with this lighting. Another unfortunate thing, and this might be due to all the programs I had running in the background, it started to lag after a while because of all the objects. Unfortunately. So then I go, you know, this isn't how I want things, and then I realized I hadn't saved in a while, and it's just annoying. There's a lot of little details that come when you do projects like this. So I highly recommend, and this was a tip that I sort of picked up when I was doing my Sims 3 playthroughs and Sims Medieval and stuff like that, is that you want to close out any big background programs that you have running. So for me, that means closing out of the Google Chrome tabs and making sure those are all closed, because otherwise it really makes an impact. Because you have to run 2 programs when you're doing this anyway. You have to run SKYRIM. Of course, that takes up a lot of memory. And you have to run your video recorder, your editing software, like OBS. So, well, you guys might not have the OBS problem, but you might have the video, or the SKYRIM problem. Anyway, takes up a lot of room. So. I do all my work on a laptop too. I don't have another screen or anything like that. I mean, I have a pretty good laptop. It's not a potato by any means, but it's a really good laptop. In fact, it's a great laptop. I don't know. It's not one of those super mega beast custom PCs though. That with the latest hard drive or whatever those things are called. I don't know anything about computers. Some people do, I don't. And my inventory is super full. This might also have something to do with the lag, as I discovered, and you'll see this in the next video. It's possible that the amount of just stuff that I have in my inventory is making things go slower. So I think next time I record, I'm gonna try to get rid of some of those things. I'm also recording this on the same day that I recorded episode 2, just because I want to make sure that I have a couple of days worth of things done. I like to record when nobody else is here, because then there's a lot less chance of there being interference. It's not that other people are bad. It's just, you know, when somebody walks into the kitchen and you're trying to make a video, you go, I can't think. What are you doing? It kind of, it doesn't always ruin the mood. I mean, sometimes it's nice, but other times it just go, oh, I gotta do this voiceover thing again. Oh yeah, here's my solution to kind of cover up the fire on the floor. Just take a light source and sink it in. Also, that hole. I don't know if that hole is there regardless. I don't really know. Yep, and then I grabbed this crate. For your information, you can't just delete crates in this room. You can't. It won't work. They come back every single time. Every single time you come back in here, they're back in their original position. And you just go, oh man, I just deleted this the last time, and now it's messed up my perfectly arranged table. So you've got to do with something. You've got to do something with them, like hide them behind walls, tuck them into corners, use them for other things. Can't just get rid of them. Now that may be a consequence of the fact that I have this mod called Dynamic Things, where all sorts of containers and things aren't just there for decoration, they actually are containers. So like these boxes. Yeah, it's called Dynamic Things. And here I was trying to look for a business ledger, because I thought it would be so cool if you could have a little desk and people would walk in and they would go, oh, hi, you on the list? I'd go, I don't know. You should sit right here. But I couldn't find that because it wasn't available. I didn't have a business ledger. Which leads us to what happens next time. Next time, we're gonna go on a shopping excursion to Solitude. And that just about does it for this time. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!